Hello, thank you for joining with me. We are in A Course in Miracles Workbook for Students, Part 2 of the workbook. Today we are on Lesson 252. The Son of God is my identity. Myself is holy beyond all the thoughts of holiness of which I now conceive. Its shimmering and perfect purity is far more brilliant than is any light that I have ever looked upon. Its love is limitless, with an intensity which holds all things within it, in the calm of quiet certainty. Its strength comes not from burning impulses which move this world, but from the boundless love of God Himself. How far beyond this world myself must be, and yet how near to me and close to God. Father, you know my true identity. Reveal it now to me who am your Son, that I may waken to the truth in you and know that heaven is restored to me. Lesson 252. The Son of God is my identity. And now we will read the commentary by Alan Watson. We don't know who we are. Myself, capital S, is so much greater and higher than I can even imagine. The first paragraph extols the holiness, the purity, the love, and the strength of myself, capital S. I am reminded of something I heard in an Est weekend many years ago. It spoke of becoming aware of the self I present to the world, my mask. The Course calls it the face of innocence. Then, discovering the self I am afraid that I am, the ego, and finally discovering who I really am, which is magnificent, the Son of God. Think about that, my soul. Let yourself hear it with acceptance. Think about that, my soul. Let yourself hear it with acceptance. I am magnificent. I am aware today, no matter how high my thoughts go, I have only scratched the surface of what and who I really am. Myself is holy beyond the thoughts of holiness of which I now conceive. Let me sit and dream thoughts of holiness. Let me stretch my mind to its limits to understand what holiness is. The reality of my holiness is beyond all the thoughts I can conceive of. The Course says that if we could realize how holy our brothers and sisters are, we could scarce refrain from kneeling at their feet. Yet we will take their hand instead because we are their equals. They are the same, all beautiful and equal in their holiness. To realize that I am the Holy Son of God entails me the parallel realization that you are the same. You are so beautiful, my friends, so ineffably holy. You are the expression of God, the outshining of His being, the glory of His creation. How can I do anything but love you? Myself and yours has a shimmering and perfect purity that is far more brilliant than any light that I have ever looked upon. Have you ever seen that in another being? Have you ever seen it in yourself? Ah, that is what we are all seeking. It is what we are praying for. Reveal it now to me, who am your Son. Imagine seeing and knowing with perfect purity in yourself. Imagine it and ask to have it revealed, for such you are. And the love of this self, it is limitless, with an intensity that holds all things within it, in the calm of quiet certainty. Oh, to know this love is myself, capital S. Oh, to know that this is what I am forever and forever. Dare I believe this about myself? My love, holding the whole world, floating like a bubble in the ocean of my love. My love without limits of any kind. My love, the very love of God itself. Let me dwell on it. Let me consider it. Let me give expression to it now, sending my love to the whole world, to every being who longs for it. How intense it is, this love. How perfect, how unquestioning, how overpowering. The strength of myself comes not from burning impulses which move the world, but from the boundless love of God Himself. What I am is this love, God's own love, and it's not a burning thing, a violence and anger. It is a quiet, calm, certain love. It knows the reality of what it beholds. It has perfect faith in every child of God because of what they are. It uplifts, it encourages, it believes in all that it beholds, and anything that's not this is not important, it's not real. Vast is its mercy, infinite its understanding, softly it embraces, gently it comforts, its power coming from the calm sureness of the inevitability of love itself. How far beyond this world myself must be, and yet how near to me and close to God. Father, you know that this is who I am, for you created me to be it. I long to know this reality of myself. I feel so much less than this, so unloving and so unlovable and so unloved at times. Reveal myself to me, God. Show me that this is who I am. Help me to know myself as love. To know myself as love is heaven. To know myself as love is peace. And nobody can say anything about that, because that is the truth of who I am. The Son, please close your eyes and join me in the meditation for lesson 252. The Son of God is my identity. Father, you know my true identity. Reveal it now to me, who am your Son, that I may waken to the truth in you and know that heaven is restored to me. Myself is holy beyond all the thoughts of holiness of which I now conceive. Its shimmering and perfect purity is far more brilliant than is any light that I have ever looked upon. Its love is limitless, with an intensity which holds all things within it, in the calm of quiet certainty. Its strength comes not from burning impulses which move this world, but from the boundless love of God Himself. How far beyond this world myself must be, and yet how near to me and close to God. The Son of God is my identity. Thank you for joining with me in that meditation, and now we will pick up in paragraph 1 of section 4, what is sin? We will read with sentence 4 through 8. Let me see, is it 4 through 8? Yeah, 4 through 8. Sin gave the body eyes, for what is there the sinless would behold? What need have they of sights or sounds or touch? What would they hear or reach to grasp? What would they sense at all? To sense is not to know, and truth can be but filled with knowledge and nothing else. And now I will read the commentary by Alan Watson. Our very eyes are the product of sin. Or, as the next paragraph says, the body is the instrument the mind made in its efforts to deceive itself. Perception itself is the result of sin, for what is there the sinless would behold. Our true self is beyond perception entirely. Perception is inherently dualistic. I, over here, perceive the same object over there. It implies a separation. The sinless, evidently, would have no desire for anything to perceive because nothing would be separate. The desire to separate, to be apart and objective to something else, is part and parcel of the concept of sin and guilt. The sinless being, in the Course's view, would experience all things as part of itself. It would know them rather than perceive them. The sinless would have no need of sight or sound or touch because everything would be part of itself, known but not perceived. Perception is so limited, so incomplete and imperfect. The sinless self has no need of sense at all, and that's capital S, for everything is known to it. To sense is not to know. The purpose of perception is not to know, or better yet, the purpose of perception is to not know. Perception is a separating, a standing off, a being apart from. The consciousness of sin is what causes that withdrawal, that contracting inward, away from unity. Truth, by contrast, can be but filled with knowledge and with nothing else. Truth does not sense things. Truth knows things. It knows them by being one with them. I do not know you through perception. Perception deceives me, and that is its intent. Perception prevents me from knowing you. I can only know you as I experience that I am you. This is what happens in the holy instant. For the holy instant is an experience of minds as one. Such an experience can be truly disorienting for a mind habituated to its loneliness, the seeming identity we have grown used to for all of our lives is suddenly gone. I am no longer certain whether I am me or you. I realize for a moment that the me I thought I was may not in fact truly exist, as it does not in fact. The consciousness of sin and guilt is what stands in the way of this joining of minds. I hold myself apart from you in fear. I constrict my love and I doubt yours. The Course is bringing us to the point where that fear dissolves and union, which is always there, is once again known for what it is. And this is footnote 1. I looked for it on the bottom of the page and I didn't see it, but it goes back here. I saw it over here somewhere. I don't know, but I'm going to read it. So, for a detailed and very inspiring discussion of the several layers of our false self-concept, or the masks we wear, see Shrouded Vaults of the Mind by Robert Perry. For a less detailed but still illuminating discussion, see Robert's book, Path of Light, Stepping into Peace with A Course in Miracles. Both books are published by Circle Publishing. Thank you so much for joining with me today in our lesson of the day. The Son of God is my identity. I love you. Thank you.